Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Elden Ring and we're doing another weapon guide, and today's is the top 5 best great spears and where to find them / how to get them. So this one's going to be pretty similar to the spear video, except these are great spears, so you know, they're much better because it's right there in the name. But we're going to be doing all 5 of the best ones, so we'll just start it off with number 5 at VYKE'S War Spear. And now you can see here we have a pretty standard, I guess, looking spear. Obviously the top's way too thick to be realistic, but it looks a lot like a spear, except this one's got some cool glowing magma-ish looking substance on it. I'm going to assume some sort of magical thing. So it looks pretty cool in my opinion. As far as the stats on this one go, we have a max attack power of 888 and an average guarded damage negation of 37.7. Attributes required to use this one are 16 for strength, 20 for dexterity, and 18 for faith. This one does have a passive effect, and that effect is that it causes madness buildup, so 65 points of that. So that's pretty unique for a weapon in this game. And we do have a special attack called the Frenzy Flame Thrust, which is pretty cool and powerful. Unfortunately, this one cannot be upgraded using Ashes of War, so that is a downside. As far as getting this one goes, it's actually one of the weapons that I had the most trouble getting, just because it seems like the specific mission style, like the series of events to get this weapon, it can easily be bugged out by doing other progressions. So I finally got it on my 4th journey through by just rushing straight to this area as soon as I got into a new journey, and you know, not doing anything else except for the stuff required to get to this spot. And then I was finally able to get it to show up. So basically you have to, it's over here in Silurnia, and it'll be by this, you're going to want to make your way up through to the Church of Inhibition, and now the path to get up here actually brings you all the way up and around, and then you can come up through this way, and you come past the Frenzy Flaming Tower, which is pretty dangerous, and up through the Frenzy Flame Village, and then up and around, and right when you get to about here, you'll be attacked by Festering Fingerprint Vyke, and when you kill him, you can get this spear, so it'll happen right down here in this little plain area there, and it can be a pretty complicated fight, but I think it's worth it because this spear is pretty awesome. But yeah, so like I said, in my first couple playthroughs, I kept trying to come here and get it, but every single time I did, it wasn't showing up, so I don't know what it was, if there's a specific storyline that was screwing it up, or killing a specific boss or something like that was screwing it up. But on this first one, I didn't clear the Frenzied Flaming Tower, I didn't go after Renella over here in Rhea Lucaria, like I hadn't fought her yet. I just went straight to it after defeating Godric the Grafted at Stormvale, because I had to get through here, and then as soon as I defeated him, I made my way, like I said, I just rushed all the way around through here, made my way up top, and came through up here, and he actually spawned in this time, and I was able to kill him and get this spear. So that is how you get this weapon. As far as using this weapon goes, it can be used either one-handed or two-handed, but the way I recommend, much like regular spears, is to pair it with a tower shield, because then it kind of makes you as tanky as you can be in the game. So all you gotta do is you get yourself a tower shield, like I've got here, and then you can use the spear alongside it. Gives you that extra reach and gives you excellent physical damage negation. So definitely a great way to go. You can see we've been using our light attacks. Now we'll go up and we'll use a heavy attack against this enemy. The best thing about it is after they hit you and you block it, you get that awesome speed boost to your response thrust, so it's great there. But that's not really what's special about this spear. What's special about this spear is the two-handed attack. So it's pretty epic there. The only downside being that you will incur madness on yourself, because it does a lot of madness damage to the people you're attacking, but you also will take some. So there's downsides to it, but it's a pretty powerful special attack, and the spear itself is just an excellent weapon. So yeah, number 5 is VYKE'S War Spear. It's tricky to get, but it's worth getting because it's very good. So that's number 5. Let's move on to number 4. So at number 4, we have the Serpent-Hunter Spear. So this one is a pretty unique look. It actually doesn't look very much like a spear at all. It kind of just looks like a oversized sword on a really, really long haft. So I guess maybe like a sword spear or a sword staff, but pretty cool looking despite that. As far as stats on this one go, we have a max attack power of 793 and an average guarded damage negation of 44.7. Interestingly, attributes required 0 all around, so it's a special thing about this weapon. It requires absolutely no attributes, and it does not have any passive effects and cannot be upgraded using Ashes of War, but it does have the great Serpent-Hunt two-handed stance, which is pretty cool. It's especially effective against Rykard the Blasphemous, but also very, very powerful out in the open against regular enemies. So a pretty cool weapon with a real powerful special attack and pretty dang good stats just on average. As far as getting this one goes, you have to make your way to the Volcano Manor, and through either one of 2 processes, you can come to fight Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy, which is one of the hardest boss fights in the game. And once you make your way to the arena where you fight him, it can be found right here. So there's this guy sitting here. Interestingly, I had it in my inventory when I came here to fight Rykard this time from a previous playthrough, and he was not holding it, so I don't know if you can only get this weapon once. But either way, this guy here should be holding it. You can just grab it from him, and then you can use it in your boss fight against Rykard. But yeah, so that's how you get it. As far as to get through the process of Volcano Manor, you can either make your way up here through various methods, and then just as quickly as possible start exploring the area and make your way to Rykard. Or once you've completed the missions for the lady in charge of Volcano Manor, she'll ask you if you want to go face Rykard, and she'll teleport you right to him. So either way, you just make your way here, pick the weapon up, like I said, from this guy here, who will be holding it, and then you'll have it. So that's how you get this weapon. Again, we're not going to see anything out of the ordinary for this spear. It's definitely a powerful weapon, and paired with a tower shield is going to be extra effective. So you can see that was our quick attack. Here we'll do a jumping strength attack. Over here we'll do a standard strength attack, just, you know, for fun. So you can see that's how it works. And then, again, the special thing is going to be our two-handed attack. So it just gives you this really powerful thrusting attack. If you use it in the fight against Rykard, it's significantly different. It emits a big, powerful, magic-looking spear thing, which is pretty dang effectual. But overall, pretty good weapon. Like I said, pairs really well with Tower Shield, has a fun power attack, deals a lot of damage, and has absolutely no skill requirements to use it. So definitely fun there, and definitely a great spear. So that is number 2, or number 4. Let's move on to number 3. All right, and so for number 3, we have the Lance. So a lot of people's favorite spear-type weapon in the game. Definitely great for power stancing, and very cool looking. Yeah. Pretty actually standard war lance appearance as far as historically speaking goes. Of course, it'd be pretty front heavy given the fact that there's no counterweight, but what are you going to do? For stats on this one, we have a max attack power of 751 and an average guarded damage negation of 39.8. Attributes required to wield this are 20 for strength and 14 for dexterity. No passive effects on this one, and we have the charge fourth two-handed stance on this one, so pretty common one for spears and heavy spears. And this one can be upgraded using Ashes of War, so that's one of the many reasons why people like this one so much, is it's got pretty dang good stats to start with, and then it can be upgraded to suit your playstyle. So yeah, that's it stat-wise. As far as getting this weapon goes, you're going to want to make your way over here. So we're up in the Limgrave region, so you can see Death-Touched Catacombs is right over here. We're on top of this little square tower-looking thing, and if you come here, you can just come straight to this body up on the corner, and you'll be able to pick up the lance. And so that is exactly where you get it. As far as getting onto this tower goes, you're going to have to come from above. So I just come over from this direction, like follow this road up, get on top of here, and then jump on top of it. And that's how you get up here, and so it's actually pretty easy to get this weapon. As far as using this weapon goes, again, pretty standard stuff. Light attacks that aren't super great at puncturing through the shields, but of course, paired with your own shield, pretty great weapon. So there's our light attack. Here's our jumping heavy attack. 1500 damage, not bad. Here we'll do a charged heavy attack. So even through the shield, 320. But there we go, 1598. Not too bad. But again, this one doesn't have any magical powers or anything. It's just going to be that charging forward thrusting attack, so deals a lot of damage. And you can, if you charge it up nice and close, you actually can deal damage several times before it kills. So pretty fun weapon. Like I said, it is upgradable. It's pretty great to dual wield as well. So the double thrust attack with this is a pretty epic one that I know a lot of people are probably a pretty big fan of. Not too much to say, pretty standard as far as spears go, but like I said, definitely a great weapon that a lot of people are going to enjoy. And like I said, that dual wielding is just so cool. But yeah, so that is number 3, the lance. Let's move on to number 2. All right, and so for number 2, we have the Treespear, a pretty cool-looking spear weapon. This one's gold-looking. Again, probably pretty oversized, but not bad-looking in my opinion. As far as stats on this one go, we have a max attack power of 912, so pretty dang high, significantly higher than the first 3 that we covered on this list. An average guarded damage negation of 41.8, so again, pretty dang good. As far as attributes required to use this one, 15 for strength, 22 for dexterity, and 18 for faith. This one doesn't have any passive effects. It has the Sacred Order two-handed stance, and does not have the ability to be upgraded with Ashes of War. So that's a downside, but it is a really powerful weapon on its own. And so as far as getting this one goes, it's actually a pretty simple one. Once you've made your way through Stormvale Castle, you'll find yourself in the Silurnia region, and if you come down to the Silurnia Highway South, you can just head back this way, and you'll find a broken bridge. There will be a troll enemy to kill, which I've already taken care of, and there will be a carriage-like cart thingy here. And if you open it up, you'll get the spear in the chest. So there you go. That's how you get the Treespear. Like I said, pretty simple to get early in the game, and it's a pretty dang good weapon. As far as using this one goes, again, pretty simple, standard great spear attacks. It's going to go great either dual wielding them or paired with a tower shield. It's just a pretty effective weapon. As far as the special attack goes, it's probably what makes this the most, special. It'll charge up your weapon and give it extra holy damage. So it does extra damage against regular opponents and most enemy types, but it's going to be most effective against those who live in death or something like that. Basically, all your ones that are a pain to kill, because after you kill them, you got to make sure you beat up their bones a bit, otherwise they won't actually die. So it's definitely more effective against those type of enemies, but also, like I said, pretty useful against all enemy types. So it's a great spear. I definitely enjoy it. Of course, like I said, pairs really well with Tower Shield, and like all great spears, is pretty fun to dual wield just because of the epic power stancing you can do with it. But yeah, pretty great weapon. That's number 2. Let's move on to the number 1 best great spear in the game. I guess before we move on, I should show you that if you're running when you use them dual wielding, it kind of does the charging attack, and you can thrust with both of them. So pretty effective there. Like I said, great weapons. But yeah, that's number 2. Let's move on to number 1. All right, and so for the number 1 best great spear in the game, we have Siluria's Tree, which is a fun weapon to get and can actually be decently easy to miss. So I wouldn't be surprised if you've never used this one before. So as far as stats on this one go, we have a max attack power of 884 and an average guarded damage negation of 41.2. Attributes required to use this one: 27 for strength, 13 for dexterity, 20 for faith. No passive effects on this one, and it cannot be upgraded using Ashes of War, but it does have the Siluria's Woe special attack, which is pretty useful. As far as getting this one goes, you got to make your way down to the Deep Root Depths region, and to get here you have to make your way to the end of Siofra River, up here by the Great Waterfall Basin, and ride the coffin, basically. It'll bring you over to here, the Great Waterfall Crest, and that's how you access this region on the map. And once you do, you basically just make your way all the way through it until you get over to the Nameless Eternal City fast travel point, and then you're decently close to where you have to go. Basically, you're just going to want to run this way, basically towards where I've got that marker on the map. Down on this side of the little church thing, there will be a wind vortex to take you up top. And right in front of this tree, there will be a Crucible Knight who will be wearing this armor, the stuff I'm wearing. And once you kill him, he will drop this weapon. And then, as a special bonus in this video, if you go to the back in this chest, that's where you'll find this armor. So not only can you get a really, really nice suit of armor, but the best great spear in the game. So that is how and where you get this weapon. As far as using it, shouldn't be very surprising. Pretty standard thrust type attacks for the quick attack. And then, of course, powerful strength attacks. There's our jumping attack. Here we'll do our charged strong attack. But again, fun part's going to be the special attack. So pretty fun there. It's called Siluria's Woe. Basically, well, the description says, thrust the Treespear in a spiraling motion surrounded in a vortex of wind. Charged attacks have the power to blow away enemies and can fire the tornado forwards. So if we try it from a distance here, it kind of you have the ability to use it as a ranged attack. So definitely a fun and very powerful special attack. Again, like all great spears, pretty fun to power stance. Very effective weapon that way. But anyway, yeah, so that is the number 1 best great spear. Like I said, all of these weapons are actually very, very powerful in the game, and you can either dual wield them to great effect or pair them with a tower shield and make them just excellent weapons. But yeah, that is all the 5 best ones in my opinion, and where to find them. So I hope you enjoyed the video, but we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.